Welcome to this presentation on the structure of a typical Karuta portfolio. My name is Jacques Reynaud from the Karuta team, and I will have the pleasure to sort of give you a brief introduction to a very important element in your portfolio project. How are you going to design the structure of your portfolio? So to explain better, I'm going to, this is actually a portfolio model that when you are in your folder, your project folder, you choose create a portfolio model. This is what you're going to get. So you have the configuration page, uh, which help you to set all the colors of the portfolio. And there's this welcome page that obviously you're going to change to sort of fit your needs, but it's just an example. I'm going to change this image to show you something that is really important. So I'm going to change that, and I'm going to present you uh, the sort of tree presentation of Karuta, because Karuta is it's a kind of hierarchy. So you have it's pretty much like a tree actually. So you have this sort of the root, the top of the tree, and you can have like what we call sections, and within a section you can have a page. Page is really key. Page is actually a sort of the content that will fit a typical web page. So you really have to think hard on how you're going to sort of organize your portfolio. And the page is really pretty much the most important part, because you have to sort of figure out that the content that you're going to put in this page will fit there nicely. It's not going to be too long, maybe too short. And within a page, you can have, of course, different subsections. And in each subsection, you can have like resources. So I have this page, I have two subsection, and I have resources in this subsection. So this is what we're going to try to build, and we have an example of a model that I'm going to construct with you. So first, you click here. When you click here, you're going to get the view of the structure of the portfolio, and then you can sort of uh, add elements. So if we come back to the welcome page and you click on the pencil there, you'll see this is a page. So makes sense because you sort of present in one page pretty much the content of that. So going back to the structure here, I'm going to add a page which will be called a profile. This is where we're going to ask the student to sort of put the information there. Uh, every time, I'm not going to do that now, but every time you have to sort of change to set the metadata. So I'm going to just say semantic tag, the metadata, the tagging of this page. This is very important in Karuta because that's the way we find pages. It's by using their semantic tag. So this is going to be the profile. Uh, I'm going also to add another page, which I will call dashboard. This is where we sort of have a sort of summary of the information contained in a portfolio. So I'm going to put dashboard as a semantic tag there. This is an example of a portfolio. Obviously, you can create that any type of page you need. This is just for in my example portfolio. I'm going to also create another page, lots of pages, where this one will be the courses. Okay. I'm going to list courses. We'll get back to that. I'm going to add another page here called evidence. Okay. And more interesting, now I'm going to add a section. Remember, a section is something that will contain different pages. So I'm going to add a section here, which I will call learning outcomes. And in my, and then you click on learning outcome. This is well, we could, this is personal presentation for the, uh, the sections label here. In this section, now I'm going to add a page. And this page will be a specific learning outcome that I'm going to call mechanical engineering. And of course, I can add other learning outcome. Going back to the profile section page, I'm going to add a subsection called, for example, my information. You can see this is a subsection because there's a content specification here, subsection. And of course, in my information, I could, let's see, add an image with a semantic tag, student photo student. I can add a short text called. I'm going to put a label. Remember, label is a way to sort of get information to the user. So this is going to be first name. And we forgot to display here in the metadata who's going to be able to edit. And remember the roles in Karuta, you can create roles on the fly. So I'm going to put student here. I'm going to refresh this because I remember I forgot, going back to profile, I forgot to put the role here in image. So if I go back there, I can choose the role here if I want. So because I've already created the role. So students will be able to edit. I'm not sure that I put a metadata here. Let's go back there. No, I'm going to put the first name, the metadata. And going to duplicate, that's very useful because I'm going to create now a last name, short text. Last name, of course, I'm going to change the metadata for last name. And you go on and like that to sort of create, I mean, the content of the portfolio. For example, here I'm going to add another subsection that I'm going to call educational experience. And what's nice about uh, what I think, I mean, that I think it can fit one page is that you can collapse the subsection. So if I have if I had another subsection which I will call professional experience, for example. Um, then you see I will have on my page, let's see, well, there's nothing there yet, but you see my page will pretty much well contain, I will have like my basic information, educational experience, professional experience, and maybe some other types of experience. And this is going to be like the content of my profile page. So during the training, we're going to detail the other pages, the other sections, but the presentation was really about building this sort of structure of your portfolio, which is very, very important because this is what is going to sort of make sense for the user, for the students. By the way, when you click on learning outcomes, since it's a section, you're going to see the page display underneath here. So I think I'm going to stop here, and we will continue